Hi guys, and welcome back to Amaria Healing. Today's topic is going to be a branch off from a podcast that I did with my very special friend Jamie, and we talked about, do we really have free will, or is everything predestined? Now that was a really fun conversation for our very first episode. And within that conversation, though, we did touch on soulmates and soul connections. So today I'm going to be talking about soul contracts and soulmates and connections. Now, soul contracts is a very big topic with many layers and many subcategories to it. So I'm going to do my very best to simplify it as much as I can so that I can give you a basic understanding of what a soul contract is, okay? So first of all, let's just start with what's a soul contract. Well, a soul contract is an energetic agreement that is made before we incarnate here on Earth. And that's right, you heard it right. It's an actual energetic agreement that we put together before we incarnate, before we enter our physical body. And we do it with many soul groups. And these soul groups are conscious as well. So when we pass over, we actually keep our memories and our consciousness. We just lose our dense physical body. So together collectively within our soul family, we actually come together to create these agreements and contracts for different reasons, okay? So for many reasons. And so we come together to work on karmic debt. We come together to see what we're going to go through with our challenges, our obstacles, what we're going to go through in relationships, friendships, our family dynamic. There's many different types of soul contracts and agreements that we actually do together before we come into our physical body. So also keep in mind that there are soul contracts that are false soul contracts. Now these contracts keeps us looping into karmic pain pockets cycles. So they actually prevent us from growing and expanding and evolving versus our organic soul contracts, where that's the reason why we have all these themes that we play out, because it's for our learning lessons, our evolution, our growth, our expansion, and reaching a higher consciousness, okay? So these false contracts are not organic, and they were actually created by AI overlays, false light, false guides, astral forces, and also fear. Fear actually plays a big part in creating contracts that are not organic, okay? So, but that is a huge topic in itself. So I'm just gonna shelf that for now and discuss it more on the next podcast, which will be about soul contracts. And I'll dive deeper into a lot in terms of soul contracts, okay? And false soul contracts. So, but for now, I'm just gonna take it back to the primary reason of our topic, which is soul contracts, okay? So every soul contract that we make is it's good. It is not bad. Even though we have some tough contracts that we go through, everything has a purpose and a reason. And again, it is for our learning, our growth, our evolution, okay? And so there are many different types of contracts. There's your karmic contracts, your soul contracts, your kindred contracts, your life expansion contracts, your life purpose contracts, and also the contracts that we actually agree to with our parents. Now, I wanted to touch base on that because that is super important, okay? So it is important to know that some of us have a really hard contract with our parents where it surrounds and revolves around abuse, addiction, mental illness, chronic illness, physical illness, and those are very, very hard contracts to go through, which create a lot of pain pockets and trauma and self-worth issues. And so those are created to work on generational trauma, to work on individual trauma, and to heal a lot of ancestral trauma within your lineages, okay? So those are created to heal that and complete it and repair it and end the karmic cycle. Now, individually, it causes a lot of, again, like I said, pain pockets. So This is why it's important to repair and heal any trauma or any theme that you go through with your parents, and repair it and heal it so that you can end that karmic cycle, so that it does not ripple into the next generation. And it's important to not reject your parents, even though you've gone through a lot of hardship, because rejecting your parent is also rejecting pieces of your own soul. And by doing that, you actually cause soul fragmentation. And soul fragmentation are just pieces of your life body, like fragmented. You know, when something's fragmented, it's broken. So it creates a lot of broken pieces within you. And so by doing that, you actually leak energy, and you leak miracle energy. And miracle energy is actually abundance. Okay, so you can actually put blockages in your own abundance and your own prosperity if you do not repair what needs to be repaired with your parents. Okay, so that's why it's so important to forgive, let go, repair, and heal when it comes to parent and child contracts. Now, let's touch on a fun one, which is the karmic relationship contract. Now, those are one of the hardest contracts to go through, because they revolve around pain, toxicity, abuse, neglect, abandonment, narcissism, you name it. It triggers everything about you that needs to be healed. Okay, and those are really tough to go through. And so it's important to actually heal, complete it, learn your lesson, so that you're not actually repeating it all over again. Because when you do have a higher love interest or a higher friendship, now this can go into friendship as well, you want to be able to hold space for that. And if you have not healed from a past friendship or a past karmic relationship, you are not going to be able to grow within that new connection that's coming in, because you're going to have so much trauma from the previous connection that it's going to be hard to break down through those walls. So that's why it is so important to heal and to let go. And the only way you can sustain a higher vibrational connection, relationship, friendship is through these three key things. The first one is healing. So it's so important to heal your wounds, to do the inner work, to learn your lesson, to complete it, and to move on. The second one is self-love, because if you don't love yourself, then how is anybody else going to love you? And sure enough, you can love broken pieces about somebody, but you're not going to be able to fully commit and fully move forward if you haven't healed those pieces of yourself, the insecurity, the self-worth, because you will always be you will be projecting that outward. So that's why it's important to do the healing, to have self-love, self-worth. And the third one is alignment. It is so important to have alignment with your connections, because if you guys are not on the same page and have the same life purpose, it's not going to stick. They will not stay. So this is why, no matter how wonderful this connection might seem, if you are not aligned in what you want in life, that other person will not stay, and vice versa. There's too much misalignment. So you need those three things to sustain a wonderful higher level connection. You want to heal, you want to have self-love, and you want to have alignment. So I am actually going to leave you with a really quick mantra so that you can let go and complete any karmic cycles or any karmic connections from your past. And it's so simple. It's basically closing your eyes and saying, I bless their soul and let go of their energy from my life. I end this karmic cycle and I open my heart to a higher love. Those three things, saying those three, and now you can say your own affirmation and your own mantra, but honestly, that's all it takes. And what's important is intention. Intention, once it's heartfelt and the intention is 100, it will start to cause a ripple effect in the universe, and the universe will start closing it down, and you'll start taking back pieces of your soul. Okay, so that you can continue on to be more peaceful and learn your lessons and grow and expand. I look forward to seeing you again. And if you guys have any insight and want to comment on this topic, please feel free, comment below, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.